Vladimir Putin has many enemies, so it's no surprise that he spends a lot of money to protect himself. He employs advanced tactics and a total surveillance to keep himself safe. As a former KGB agent, Putin has trained to assess dangerous situations and defend himself in one-on-one confrontations. Putin's famous walk is an example of this training. He swings one arm while keeping the other relatively still, a habit developed during his KGB training to keep his hands by his side in case he needed to draw his gun. He's rumored to have even kept a gun up his sleeve. Putin takes his safety seriously and maintains his health to an excellent standard. He wears hazmat suits to protect himself from the virus and prefers to stay at a safe distance from others, sometimes up to 20 feet away. The Federal Protective Service, a special agency responsible for the security of the Russian president, employs more than 50,000 people in total, and Putin's bodyguards call themselves musketeers. They're all carefully selected for their industrial psychology, physical strength, and ability to withstand extreme temperatures. According to reports, the musketeers were equipped with special briefcases as protective shields. Putin's presidential plane, extensively refitted at a cost of $504 million, is loaded with military technology, including an onboard missile defense system and the ability to refuel in mid-air. The cabin interior is lavish, with beautiful birch furniture, incredible gold trim, and even supposedly gold bathrooms. The plane has 87 phones and a video conferencing system, so Putin can stay informed even when he's miles up in the air. Putin's security command scouts his destination months in advance, installing jamming devices and monitoring electronic devices in the area. They even taste his food to ensure it's safe. Putin's bodyguards are known for their intimidating tactics, as seen in a 2018 video of one of his bodyguards terrorizing mixed martial arts champion Conor McGregor. Putin takes his security very seriously, and his staff are carefully selected and trained to keep him safe. As mentioned previously, Putin's security team conducted a comprehensive analysis of the area months before he left his residence to appear in public. They assess the area for criminal activity, social unrest, and the likelihood of natural disasters, such as earthquakes or floods. If the president is present, members of his guard will arrive on the scene to coordinate their security plans with local authorities. They inspect the residence from top to bottom, ensuring everything is secure and coded, down to the last doorknob. During Putin's era, technicians or mechanics are not required to enter his residence. This level of security could be seen as either paranoia or an incredible attention to detail. The guard has broad powers to conduct operations and investigations, including electronic wiretapping, opening mail, searching homes, seizing vehicles, and detaining and interrogating suspects. Additionally, they use sophisticated security strategies and effective weapons when action is necessary, such as when Putin appears in public. Tactics are needed. Putin's guards emerged, divided into 4 circles. The first circle, closest to the president, consists of bodyguards who look quite menacing in suits and sunglasses, equipped with earphones and a protective shell. On the outside, just seeing them is enough to deter potential attackers. The suitcases they carry are actual shields that unfold to protect Putin from bullets. While one might think that the big shots around Putin are the most important, they are only there to appear, so to potential attackers. The second circle, unlike the first, doesn't consist of men in black. In fact, they dress formally and act discreetly in the crowd, looking out for potential attackers. The third circle surrounds the periphery of the crowd and keeps suspicious people from getting too close to Putin, while the fourth circle consists of snipers stationed on the roofs of surrounding buildings, whose job is to eliminate all potential threats. The security team is armed with 9mm Jersey pistols, capable of firing 40 rounds per minute and penetrating bulletproof vests from a distance of 50 meters. They also carry super tough and defectable Kevlar screens. While Putin may need additional protective equipment, such as bulletproof glass panels around him for his public appearances, if a shootout ensues, it means the security team has failed. Their job is primarily to prevent attacks before they occur, but that doesn't mean they aren't always ready for a firefight. For example, When the president travels with his entourage, he is escorted by armored vehicles filled with dedicated OPS units, armed with AK-47, Dragunov sniper rifles, anti-tank grenade launchers, and portable anti-aircraft missile systems. Putin's security detail requires extreme driving skills, like any globe-trotter action movie. Putin himself doesn't just sit in the back seat of any car, he drives a custom presidential limousine, the Auto Senat. Putin's car cost $192 million to compete with foreign brands such as Rolls-Royce. The presidential car can withstand sniper fire and chemical poison gas attacks and has advanced communication equipment built in, making it a mobile command center. The rear seats retract for added safety, and even with the blinds on the windows fully closed, sedan occupants can still see what's going on outside thanks to live CCTV footage from the sit-ins onboard cameras. If the car somehow proves not safe enough, there is an emergency exit built into the rear. Despite all these measures, the Russian Federal Protection Service has occasionally been blamed for security breaches. Who is Putin's stand-in? Oddly, Putin admitted that he had been offered the opportunity to take several trips to less friendly parts of the country, but claimed that he had turned down those whose bodies had doubled. This claim is dubious. What kind of education and experience do you need to get this job? As you can imagine, it takes quite a bit of effort to protect someone like Putin, who has many enemies and opponents. Surprisingly, the requirements for his position do not include actual war experience. That means it's unlikely anyone in Putin's security forces would stage an ambush in the mountains or parachute out of a plane. Field experience can be useful, but not necessarily applicable in this industry. Here is another reason ex-cops aren't right for the job. Police are trained in arrests, and in a job that puts safety first, they find themselves outside Putin's guard. Guard members what is known as industrial psychology, which means they can foresee and prevent threats. And to do all this without being noticed by others, the applicant must be under the age of 35. There must also be between 175 and 190 centimeters tall, and weigh between 75 and 90 kilograms. I guess genetics can disqualify some applicants. Putin bodyguards are also required to know foreign languages and have political savvy. They must know the affiliation of the people close to the grids. After all, Putin's guards are trained for endurance. They are trained to tolerate fairly cold temperatures with light coats. This product can withstand high temperatures and is designed to be reliable at all times. The bodyguards assigned to protect individuals are trained to remain vigilant and keep their arms in front of their bodies at all times, with the left hand often half raised. This is a mandatory requirement, especially when their immediate task is to protect the person in charge. The job of bodyguard is both exhausting and stressful. Putin's bodyguards reportedly need to be replaced at age of 35 due to the demanding nature of their work. However, there are also benefits to the job. After retirement, bodyguards often take on powerful positions on government, such as regional governors, federal ministers, special service commanders, and presidential executives. Vladimir Putin, the current president of Russia, has held powerful positions for decades and is a very wealthy man, with an estimated net worth of $40 up to $200 billion. As a result, he requires proper security details at all times. If you enjoy this content, be sure to check out what else is available on screen. See you there!